Nothing Republicans can do because there's a whole lot of minorities and a whole lot of people, news people, watching this thing. Yes. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. All he need to do is speak. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So let the Republicans try.
Yes.
It's all hell's going to break loose.
It's going to break loose. Mm-hmm. And Republicans going to...
All he need to do is just go on national TV and just say something about it. Just say that it's not right.
Yes.
I would respect that.
Yeah.
Just say that, certain police officers need to be removed.
Yes.
Or they need to be retrained.
He did that already. He did it plenty of times.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, he did.
I'm waiting for it.
He did it. He did it a couple of times. He had to backtrack because all the Republicans and all of them was getting on his ass for doing that. When that kid got, it wasn't Trayvon Martin. It was another kid who got killed, who got shot, who got shot and killed. And he came out and said, he said, yo, by the cops, what they did was intolerable. It was not right. And all of a sudden he had to backtrack because all the Republicans and all the congressmen came on him and say, "Oh, you joined that race car show." Yeah, that's the problem. We got to get these. No, I'm telling you,
we got to get the Republicans out.
We got to get them out.
We need to start voting.
Yeah.
Point blank. Period.
Our children need to start. We got this in a niche, but the kids, the parents don't enforce it. They like, eh.
No, it's not just Republicans. It's not just Republicans. Anybody who got that bigoted attitude towards black people or any minorities need to get out of the. I don't care if it's senators. I don't care if it's governors. I don't care if it's congressmen. I don't care if it's mayors. They gotta go.
Y'all don't understand. This is the end of the world.
It is.
This is the end. It's coming toward. You could tell. Read the book of Revelation. I don't mean to get into this, but everything that's going on now is in the book of Revelations. So basically, you can always say it's going to be a civil war if this shit don't stop.
Oh, it's going to be.
Shit's going to happen.
Listen.
It's more minorities in the United States than there's police officers.
I know.
And if we all come together,
it would be official.
Everybody got guns all over the world.
But here's the problem:
everybody wants to be in charge.
No, but we can't. But see,
something is going to happen. Something is going to happen. I'm telling you, just like the Bloods and Crips. I'm sorry, Barry. Just like the Bloods and Crips, when that thing happened in where was it? Baltimore.
Yeah.
That thing happened in Baltimore. You ain't never seen Bloods and Crips come together like that ever.
Yeah, I know. But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
I'm telling you, something's going to happen.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, we just
somebody need to stop it right now.
But we just can't be training for cops. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Just be trained for cops. We got to train for people that's going to be on cops' side too. Let me tell you what happened to Katrina. If you ain't know about it, when black people were trying to go to the next neighborhood, to go over to a neighborhood. To get out of town, there was fucking white vigilantes that was shooting black people. People.
They were.
No, they was shooting them. That's the problem. Even when we go up against the police, we got these white vigilantes that's willing to fight with the cops to shoot us because they racist.
Then we need to kill them all. I'm sorry, they're gonna shut our radio station down, but I don't give a fuck.
That's the point. That we need. It's not just cops we gotta go to after. We gotta go after these people that don't like us. Period. Period. And there's a lot of them in this country that don't like us. Period. They don't like us and other minorities, and it's sad because I try to tell people all the time. I don't care if you dress a certain way, as a black person. If you get your college degree, you talk articulate everything. You still gonna have these people that's gonna be like, nigga, this, you're a monkey, you ain't this, you ain't that.
I get that all the time.
Come on.
I can't even go to Astoria without getting that.
Exactly.
Walking down Broadway at night with all these Irish and Greek and bars and all that shit. I'm telling you, every time I walk down that way, you fucking monkey, you don't belong over here. Go where you belong.
Squeak, boar, squeak, pig.
I remember one time.
Only if they say that to you.
I remember one time.
And then if I fuck you up, I'm going to jail.
Yeah. I remember one time I was at right not that far away from here, 104th Street in Queens. 104th Street, right across from Rockaway Boulevard. And I was just at the park right there. I was trying to go to the park, just chilling. And some white guy just looked at me and said, "White power." And I said, "Yo, fuck you." So you got something to say, do it. Come and say in my face. He didn't say nothing. He just left. White power, nothing. Ain't nobody on white power crap. Not with
like
me.
white out.
Fuck you, nigga. Black power, because we the ones who built the fucking bridges, the fucking trains, the fucking skyscrapers out here. We the ones who fucking did that shit, and y'all trying to hide that shit.
And y'all claim we were engineered for labor. We did that.
We built these buildings, these projects, these fucking houses, and all this shit.
My great-greats did domestic work for these, also the people that they took the country from. You get what I'm saying? They took it from, this was a whole place of immigrants. Like I keep saying, I keep telling people, they try to make it seem like white people was here first. No, they were not.
They was not here.
We migrated all the way here and settled. and went back, and our children went back. Mind you, how many generations went down the line before Christopher even came to this damn country?
I'm gonna be honest. Christopher Columbus didn't even discover America. It was Amerigo Vespucci. That's the nigga name. Let's get it.
Yeah. And Columbus was what I consider he wasn't Spanish, he was Italian, and he was actually the first mob boss, if I'm concerned.
And Amerigo Vespucci, do y'all know what nationality he was?
What? Indian?
Black.
From where? People don't know that. From where? Because black, it could be black and black. It could be black in it.
I don't remember where, but I remember learning in school that Christopher Columbus really did not discover America.
Of course not.
But they teach that in school. And like I said, Christopher Columbus is what nationality?
He's Italian.
Which is what?
I thought he was Spanish.
Right.
For them. Yep.
Yeah.
Government is something serious. You see the books that they put in our school? A lot of the books,
history.
It's not really.
It's not our history.
Yeah.
It's the same way as the Bible.
Yeah.
And I'm keeping it 100. My sister might come out here and hit me and might come at me, but a lot of shit has changed in that joint, son.
Well, and that's sad because
by the white man.
Yeah.
But, and that's sad because some Italians got black blood in them, but the fact is, I don't think he was one of them because the way he treated people, other people, and he was the first mob boss. He made put it this way, he made young guy look like Santa Claus. All right, he basically
He did what he was told to do, like everybody else back then.
He was an Italian dude that was working for Spain. That's what it was.
Finding so-called spices for
but then again,
AKA marijuana and God knows whatever things that they needed, because they was having a war at that time.
Yeah, I know.
And they were looking for herbs and other things to cure and procure at the same time.
And listen, folks. If you think we're talking about all white people, we ain't talking about all white people. So I don't even want to hear it. We're talking about the ones who are bigots.
The elites.
Not all elites, because all elites don't act like this. You know what I mean?
Visually. But amongst each other, they do conspire and say what they can do to make their world better. Because as far as they're concerned, they can buy our life times 10.
Yeah, I know.
We're expendable.
Of course, we always
going to kiss my ass.
The thing is,
kiss my drunk ass.
We ain't talking about all white people, but what I would like people that are not on that racist crap. What I want y'all to do, if y'all white out there, is to check the other white people who's on that crap.
They're scared. They might lose their jobs. They got a lot of livings too, and that's why I'm not mad at a lot of them who sympathize and try and help us.
No, I ain't talking about a job situation. I'm talking about if you hear somebody somebody who's next to you saying bad stuff about black people, and you know that it's racist, you check them and say, "Listen, man, that's not cool. What you're saying."
Exactly. What you're saying is right. Our people don't stick together, especially minorities. And I'm gonna keep it 100. Man, there's people down the hallway.
Stick together.
No. Down the hallway to the left. All the way down. A heavy set one. Not the one with the glasses, pretty one. Another one. Was coming down the hallway with a black girl. I was standing in the doorway. Mind you, people don't know I worked Taco Bell 7 years. I understand Spanish. I might not speak it like that. I can speak it. Trust me.
Yeah.
But I understand it. The black girl said, he's cute. She said that. She said it in Spanish, though. And the other girl was like, ew, that's so-and-so in Spanish. But she didn't even know I fucking said that. I understood what she said. Until a few days later, I kind of blew it up.
Yeah.
One of my friends that was here, I kind of said it right in front of her. Like, yeah, this girl came down the hallway saying I was cute. And another Spanish girl was saying, ew, he's ugly. So don't mess with him. So. Why would you do that?
Yes.
No.
You minority just like I am. And if first of all, if your friend is feeling me, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why? He's cute. Why? Why would you say that?
I get a lot of them like that. I know a lot of them
like that. She knew that I understood what she said.
Yeah,
walking down the hallway passing me, I'm smoking a cigarette in the door.
But I'm going to keep it real with you. And I don't care if y'all get offended. I don't call people in the Caribbean islands Spanish. Okay. They might have Spanish blood in them. To me, I either call them Latinos or Hispanic. Spanish is Spain.
Spain. Yeah, you're right.
All right. She
speaks Spanish though.
She speaks Spanish. Yeah, but
Puerto Rican.
Yeah, Puerto Rican. Listen, that's another thing I have a problem with too.
Because
if you only time I would call you really a Puerto Rican or whatever, if you was born there. If you was here, I would rather call you a Latino or either a Hispanic. You were not American. I would not call you a Why? You were not born. You was born here. You know what I mean? That's like me calling myself African, even though I wasn't from. I got African roots. I was born here, so I like to call myself Black American.
You would say a Latin American, right?
Yeah, I call them Latin Americans. Or I just call them, because the fact is, you wasn't born in Cuba. You wasn't born in Dominican Republic.
The complexion, the accent.
Your ancestors. Your ancestors, came from there, and a lot of your blood is not even from that island. It's from other places like Europe and Africa. So therefore, that's just your nationality. That's where your family came from that nation. But the fact is, you born in America. I'm not gonna call you no damn Puerto Rican. I'm calling you a Latin American or something like that, or Hispanic, not Spanish. Hispanic.
You're right.
I say Spanish because they speak Spanish.
That's like calling us English. I'm not gonna call myself English. I don't care if my third great grandfather was an Englishman. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I wasn't born in England. I was born in America.
So you say Black American.
I say Black American because my
you
color.
don't call yourself African American.
No, because the fact is, first of all, when you do that.
So when you fill out applications and they ask you, are you Hispanic or African American? What do you check?
First of all, they don't never say that on the application. It says black or white. It says black non-Hispanic or white or non-Hispanic.
Not all of them.
Yeah. No, you want to check that. No, you want to check that. That don't mean I agree with it.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Because the fact is, you got to understand some 2 reasons why. Number one, I wasn't born in Africa. I was born in America. My ancestors came from the majority of my ancestors came from Africa. All right. Number two, when you do that, you telling America that you are an immigrant. That's number one, because you put Africa in front of American. Your white people do not put European in front of American. They don't even put where they ancestors actually exactly came from in Europe. They don't even say. The only group of people that might say that is Italians.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Does the government consider you African American?
Of course,
you
know
damn
why?
right they do.
You know why? You know why? Because the fact is, we came up with that idea of calling ourselves African American. Before they was calling us Negroes. But that was Jesse Jackson that came with that term. Yeah. It wasn't, and everybody ran with it.
I prefer Negro.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't. Call me Negro. Don't call me nigga.
No,
I'm sorry. I'm gonna bust you in your mouth.
No, but Negro is no. Negro. First of all, it's wrong how they saying it. It's Negro. All right, and that means black in Spanish. All right. White people say Negro, and that's what make it offensive. Just like the word nigga was not nigga, there was nagra. And they started cutting, and they got to it, and they started saying negra, nigga, and they became nigga. It's not Negro and it's not nigga. It's Negro. It means black.
Or Negroid.
And Negroid race meaning people that sub-Saharan Africa. You know what I'm saying? That's why I call myself Black American. It's not because of the fact that I have anything. I don't have a problem with Africa.
Because you're black and you was born in America.
My ancestors came from there.
And that's why I call myself
and
South American.
Yeah, because you was born in South Africa.
Man, you's a West Indian.
No, I'm not no West Indian. I'm from
Caribbean.
South American.
You're Caribbean. Shut up.
No, he's not Caribbean. Caribbean is not South America.
They consider that Caribbean.
But this is my point.
They damn sure do. They do. The government.
I know why.
Why?
Because of your beer?
No, but here's the point. Here's what I'm trying to make.
Because of the culture.
Here's the point I'm trying to make about the African American thing. It's like there's nothing wrong with wanting to have anything in Africa because that's where we came, where most of us came from. My thing is that I don't hear white folks call themselves European Americans. They call themselves white Americans. And when you put Africa in front of American, they automatically assume that you don't that you're an immigrant and you don't belong. Only people that supposed to call themselves African American is the people that came over here, just got over here. You understand? But if you were born American citizen, why are you calling yourself African American?
Because that's how they want it.
And and another reason why I say that, because if you ever heard of a racist person, the first thing they say is, what the first thing they usually say?
Where you from?
No, they say, yo, why don't you go back to Africa? Huh? I wasn't born in Africa. I was born in America. My ancestors came from there.
Why don't you take your ass
Because the fact that I started realizing, because the fact that we call ourselves African American, like we're not even true Americans. And maybe in a sense we might not be true Americans, because I know that this country, America, was actually started by white people. You understand that?
No, Manhattan side was started by white people. Manhattan side.
No, that was the Dutch.
This side, the Brooklyn side,
No, the
was
Du-
actually the Native American side.
No, I'm talking about the country. I'm not talking about the land. I'm talking about the country.
Okay.
All right, it was started by English people. You know what I mean? United States of America, because you remember what happened with the 13 colonies, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, we understand that, but the fact is, when you put